Ruthwik Sai Kotte.
Yes, ma'am.
What is Kotte?
Ma'am, it's my surname.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Telugu, it is, in Telugu, coming to Telugu, it's meaning of hitting. But
Kotte.
yes, ma'am. I don't know the exact origin.
Hanmakonda, Varangal.
Yes, ma'am.
Why it is called Hanmakonda?
Actually, there was it has a mythological reason. There is an Hanuman hill, and there is a temple on the hill on top of the hill. So from that time, it is regarded as Hanumat hill. Then gradually, it was called as Hanmakonda.
Okay. You belong to Varangal.
Yes, ma'am.
Recently, Ramappa temple is in news.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever visited?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain the significance of Ramappa temple?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the temple belongs to Lord Shiva. And coming to the historic evidences, the Marco Polo said it is the brightest star in the galaxies of all the temples. Mainly because, ma'am, the unique thing about the temple is it is named after the sculptor who's made it. Secondly, ma'am, we can also see engineering uniqueness in the temple because of its sandbox technology, first thing. Second thing, the sculptures reflect the Pandavas symbols, the dance of Shiva Tandava. Third thing, the gopuram of the temple is built with the lightweight bricks. The engineering uniqueness
Floating bricks.
Floating
brick technology.
Yeah, floating brick technology.
What is the technology? Can you explain?
Ma'am, I am not much aware of it.
Right. They have included various things, including lime, including jaggery, so many things.
Yes, ma'am, in the sandbox technology.
In the sandbox. Good. Dimpu Sai.
Yes, ma'am.
What is Dimpu?
Ma'am, it's my pet name.
Okay. You belong to Telangana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's a lot of political turmoil in Telangana.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen political stability or right now or turmoil in Telangana? What is it that is going on?
Ma'am, eyewitnesses mostly it is political stability. But in the recent time, because of the tussle between as the different parties are ruled in the center and the state, there are minor tussles between the center and the state government. So,
what is the option?
Ma'am, PSIR.
Political science.
Yes, ma'am.
A lady started recently a political party in Telangana.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you see that?
Ma'am, it's a progressive step. The lady starting a party. And
tell me, the political parties which were led by females in India?
Ma'am, BSP, Bahujan Samadwadi Party. Firstly, secondly, Trinamool Congress Party. Thirdly, Sharmila Party in Telangana. And ma'am, fourth, even though it is not led by Indira Gandhi in those times, but she, through the party system, she made it stabilized.
See, in New Zealand, there's a party called Feminist Party.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you have similar party in India? What's the probability of having such a party? Or whether it will at least bring some awareness? Can you throw some light? Can we start a feminist party in India?
Yes, ma'am. There is scope, ma'am. At the same time, there is potential to start the feminist party. But right now, it is not the mainstream issue. Even though the domestic violence...
It's not a mainstream issue.
Ma'am, actually, the domestic violence...
Is it not an extreme statement?
Ma'am, yes, I'm sorry for that. Yes, sir, it is an extreme situation.
Women having a political party is not a mainstream issue, is not a good statement, according to me. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am, I do agree with it. I'm sorry for that. Ma'am, actually, my intention is...
I understand.
Yeah.
Coming back. Recently, one party got qualified to become a national party.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that party?
Ma'am, Telangana Rashtra Samiti.
No.
Two.
No. Recently, a party got qualified to become a national party. Samadhi Party.
Yes, ma'am.
Here is just name change.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Now tell me, as you said, as you got confused, I want to ask a further question. How a party can become a national party?
And the party can become the national party if the party gets 6% of the votes in Lok Sabha elections and it is able to garner certain percentage of votes In 4
If a
states.
party recognizes a state party in 4 different states,
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
it can become a national party.
National party.
Or if a party gets 6% of votes in 4 different states, along with winning 4 Lok Sabha seats, then it can become a national party. Or if a party wins 3% of Lok Sabha seats, 2% of Lok Sabha seats from 3 different states, then also it's a national party.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are from PSR.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about Gramsci.
Scholar.
Antonio Gramsci.
Yes.
What do you mean by organic intellectuals?
Organic intellectuals. Ma'am, do you want me to tell you about Gramsci or
Organic intellectuals, theory of Gramsci.
Yes, ma'am. Organic intellectuals are those intellectuals. I am unable to recall it. Ma'am.
No problem. You read. So, what is your graduation?
I'm EC.
And you have taken PSR.
Yes, ma'am.
What made you take?
Actually, in our graduation, our curriculum is multidisciplinary in nature. So, during my graduation, I got an opportunity to pursue few credits in political science. It developed my interest.
So, you have taken political science as one of your minor subjects?
No, ma'am. I have done few credits from political science.
Okay. Where you have done your graduation?
Shivnagar University, ma'am.
Where it is located?
Ma'am, in Noida.
Noida?
Yes, ma'am. Dadri, Noida.
Why you have gone to such an extent, to that place from Telangana?
Ma'am, firstly, I got free seat there. Secondly, I like the multidisciplinary approach of the university. So these are the main reasons I choose the university.
Right. So you love the subject,
Yes,
political
ma'am.
science. Okay.
I'm going to the college is the main like
What
multidisciplinary
is paradiplomacy?
paradiplomacy, ma'am. Like states' involvement in the foreign policy, like state taking stance on the foreign policy and the relation with the
Do
neighbors.
you support paradiplomacy only?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. With the reasonable restrictions.
Then, what is your father?
Ma'am, librarian.
Speak something on National Mission on Libraries.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not aware.
You know that in 2013 we have National Mission on Libraries. Read about that.
Yes,
Completely on libraries. So, how many attempts you have given in civil services?
Ma'am, this is my 5th attempt.
Okay. Earlier?
Earlier, I have written one mains. This is my second
Where you
mains.
last in that mains?
My mains, I was like in GS, General Studies.
You studied in Gurukul School.
Yes, ma'am.
Where it is located?
Ma'am, Balalathamadam.
In?
Hanamkonda. Ma'am, this Gurukul is different from the other Gurukul. This is private Gurukul, ma'am.
Okay, not Gurukul government.
No, ma'am.
Schools. Okay. Done. I thought the name itself signifies just Gurukul.
Yes, ma'am.
Done. One of my students also studied there.
Okay. Akshay.
Akshay Kumar.
He's my senior, ma'am.
Even the school owner also.
Yeah, Srinivas.
He came to me after success. The same Gurukul studied. Good. Sri Sai Chaitanya College. Again, this is also in Warangal.
No, ma'am. It's in Hyderabad.
And Shiv Nadar University. Now
Yes,
tell me,
ma'am.
why it is named as Shiv Nadar? Who is Shiv Nadar?
Ma'am, he is a philanthropist and a multi-billionaire who is the founder of HCL company. Yes, ma'am.
He studied university also.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your education experience in the university?
Ma'am, if I say it in one word, it's so exciting. At the same time, gave me more exposure to know about myself.
Most of the Indian universities are not world class. They are not in the world rankings. What might be the reason?
Ma'am, I feel the scope for the research, there is potential for the research, but the scope is lacking.
Okay. Your father is a librarian.
Yes.
Mother is a housewife.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have completed your BTech in 2017.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is 2022. From last 5 years, you are sitting on civil services preparation.
Yes, ma'am.
What made you to get attracted to civil services examination?
Ma'am, during my graduation, I was inspired by the works of R.S. Praveen Kumar sir, who
Who
has.
is R.S. Praveen Kumar?
By profession, he is an IPS officer. He worked as a secretary for Telangana Social Welfare Residential School. So the changes he brought, at the same time, the impact on
I wish to ask a question, Ruthwik.
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow, if you become IPS and you represent the government, what is government and where is government? Officers, bureaucrats, who are the permanent executive, they are the government. And tomorrow, if you resign and come back, can you become an activist? Do you support this dual role? So country paid you a lot by giving a training, and country made you an IAS or IPS officer, and working for country for 10 to 15 years, coming out of that, resigning from the job, joining into politics or launching a political party and criticizing the government. Is it a noble idea?
I think it is not a noble idea, ma'am. But at the same time, it is also an individual choice. Like he has chosen, might be.
But civil servants, we have a special responsibility.
Yes,
they are the role models.
Yes, ma'am.
If your role model is R.S. Praveen Kumar Garu, tomorrow, if government gives a chance through UPSC examination, to make you an IAS or IPS officer, after 10 years, if you quit and start criticizing the government, what is that?
Ma'am, actually I was only inspired by his works done in the social welfare department and the scope the job gives.
Okay.
But I don't...
How an IPS officer can work in social welfare department, I want to know.
Ma'am, it's all...
Just I wish to know. You told he's an IPS officer.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were telling social welfare department.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it not a contrast?
Yes, ma'am. It's in contrast. And there was also protest in the initial days after his order. But the impact he has brought is, I feel it's significant.
Right, right. Okay. Your prizes, medals and scholarships. Merit-based scholarship in graduation.
Yes, ma'am.
Core committee member for organizing college events.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the events you have organized?
Ma'am, we have organized a college fest. In that fest, I was the stall organizer.
Hospitality member.
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good. So you can do good escort duties if Prime Minister or ministers visit.
Yes, ma'am.
You are very good at hospitality.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what is the requirement of a good host?
Ma'am, for the good host...
How one can become a good host?
For the host, firstly, he need to know the pulse of the audience, ma'am. Secondly, he need to open to the ideas. Open to the ideas. At the same time, we need to respect the opinions of the other people. Thirdly, ma'am, his principles has to, principle of the organization has to be put ahead of your own personal principles.
See, you have a very different hobby. I can say it's not unique, peculiar. Studying about cannabis addiction and its implications.
Yes, ma'am.
How you have developed this hobby? Why this hobby? Generally, this is a hobby. Generally, a hobby is for pleasure. Yes. Hobby is for pleasure. And you are showing some negative thing in the society and reading about that is your hobby. What is that?
Ma'am, actually, I was deeply concerned with the two instances in my life. Firstly, ma'am, during my graduation, one of my friends got addicted to cannabis. Secondly, during my higher education, I witnessed few of our friends are more curious to experience the drug. So that made me concerned that the majority of the youth are catching the wrong path. So that made me to study more about it.
So you have studied. What you have done something for that?
Ma'am, I haven't worked in any of the NGOs, but at my personal level, I used to motivate my friend who got already addicted to it. At the same time, I used to give courage to the family.
That's a lone incident, standalone incident.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are telling this is your hobby.
Ma'am, interest area, ma'am.
Okay, done. So reading self-help books.
Yes,
what are the books you have studied?
Ma'am, Atomic Habits, The Power of Subconscious Mind. And
what is subconscious mind?
Subconscious mind.
Explain the power of subconscious mind.
Yes, the summary of the book, ma'am. Ma'am, generally it deals with the importance of the unconscious mind within us. Like whenever we do something consciously, there is always an unconscious mind which has been developed based on our value system of the prior experience. For example, if consciously we wanted to hit a dog, but the subconscious mind in our mind, which is based on our values, resists you to...
You are equating subconscious mind with values or value-based mind.
Ma'am, actually it depends upon...
I don't think so.
Ma'am, the conscious mind, it's like a mental map which depends upon the values and the prior experience.
Mhm. Okay. Ruthwik, your interview is over.
Yes, ma'am.